Welcome into Osceola Mustang fans. I'm TJ Young alongside Aaron Burdorf. Got the band back together for another ball game in district play here in Iowa between the Shenandoah Mustangs and the Clarke Indians. Aaron, good to be with you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. It was a fun drive. It was a fun drive over here on Highway 34.
Yeah, it's good to be out here in Osceola for tonight's district football game.
So Shenandoah comes in 1-3. Tough loss last week, homecoming. Some definite issues that have kind of reared their ugly head all season long. Those turnovers, penalties, costly situations in the homecoming loss to Red Oak. Flashing forward to tonight, what are some keys tonight? New quarterback, some different guys getting a chance to play tonight because of those injuries. You know, what are some keys tonight for the Mustangs to be successful?
Yeah, obviously, coming into this week, you had the hype of homecoming last week, and this week you got to come up with a new starting quarterback. You got some injuries. You're probably going to move some people back around in the backfield. You're going to see Morgan Cotton back in that tailback position. And the Mustangs are going to have to figure out how to move the ball, probably not through the air, probably more on the ground with Dukes and his speed and running ability versus throwing it around, missing Nolan Mount this week. So we'll definitely have to see what the Mustangs can do on offense, but they're also facing a big Clarke team, big guys up front, and some big wide receivers, and so it'll be an interesting matchup for the Mustang defense as well.
Yeah, the flipping sides here, you hit on it. This Clarke Indians team, pretty explosive offensively. They run the ball well, at least through the first 4 games of the season. They run the ball well. They got some weapons on the outside, too, and some big targets as well.
Yeah, I mean, you watch them on film, and they've got some big guys up front, and then you got 6'4", 6'5" out on the edge against Shenandoah's 5'8", 5'7" defensive back. So, Clarke's going to have to move the ball. They did not move the ball on the ground last week against Clarinda, and so it'll be interesting to see if they come out and try to establish their run game again this week.
Well, we will got about 2.5 minutes, folks, until kickoff, and we'll take a short break and get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with hopefully the kickoff and some good football action in Class 2 district play in Iowa. We'll be right back in about 1 minute.
Team representatives or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from these sites.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
You're going to see Clarke do a lot of the same formations as Shenandoah, the kind of the slot wide receiver type of guys. But again, Clarke has 2 big weapons on the outside. But we'll see if they go back to the running game that worked in the first 3 weeks, and they never really got that established last week versus Clarinda.
So we did have some technical difficulties there for the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, don't make me do play-by-play.
Yeah,
I'm clearly way better at color.
Our computer screen just went completely black, and we didn't have anything, so we had to reboot everything. What you missed in that first drive was a 4th down and 7 and a punt for the Mustangs. This is the first drive for the Clarke Indians as Butenhagen gets to carry on the end around, picks up 3 yards there for Clarke.
Yeah, a really good play by Blake Harold, again, chasing that play down from the backside. But again, we'll want to see how Clarke tries to establish the run game here in week 5.
Handoff up the middle. That's quarterback Jack Cooley. Cooley handing the ball off to Showers. Showers picks up about 6 yards on that just kind of fullback dive, or that A-back dive. Kind of reminds you a little bit, kind of a poor man's Georgia Tech type offense with that A-back, B-back, C-back type situation.
Yep, just quick hitter right up the middle and see if they can move the pile forward 3-4 yards, and every once in a while you're going to break one free.
So Clarke will line up with twin receivers to the right side as you're looking at it, and tall receivers on that side. And again, another handoff inside up the middle, and Showers fights his way to the 35-yard line, and a first down for the Indians. So good play. They're not doing anything special right now. The first down play was a little end-around reverse there to the tight end, a big 6'6", 225-pound Budenhagen. But the next two plays just right up the middle, move the chains.
Yeah, last week Clarke ran the ball 23 times for negative 11 yards. So now through 3 plays, they've already picked up 12 or 13 on the ground, again, trying to establish that run game again here in week 5.
And Clarke staying in the same formation. They run a little option and nowhere to go on the play side. But the quarterback does a good job. Cooley does it, getting to the outside, bouncing it backwards. Good job by the defense initially on the play side to stop it, but Cooley heads up play, getting about 9-10 yards and near a first down.
Yep, you can clearly see that he's an athletic kid. He saw that there was nothing going to be there going left, so he turned around and went back right. And picked up a nice gain on first down.
So it's going to be second down and a yard to go. Shotgun snap. Cooley hands it off to Showers, who gets met in the backfield. Nice play by Ben Labrum back there. It's going to gain or loss about a yard. It's going to set up a pretty critical third down early in the game for a team in Shenandoah that's missing some key guys.
Yeah, again, if we can get those front 3 guys, the down linemen, to get into the backfield, obviously that's going to disrupt their plays. Clarke went out of the shotgun that time, a little bit different look, and gave the opportunity for Labrum to shoot that gap and get into the backfield to make a nice stop.
It's going to bring up a third down and 2. You got a motion man and a little hitch route, and there he goes. That's a really nice run after the catch by Bullis. It was just a short 5-yard little hitch route and just easy pitch and catch over there. 6'5" against 5'9" with a lot of cushion. And it's an easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, nothing super hard on that play. Just a nice, easy run far enough to get the first down, throw it to him, and a big target catches it and makes a nice run after catch.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Clarke. They got twin receivers to the right side, and a little fake handoff to Showers, a little quarterback, kind of an option play, a little midline option play there. Did a really good job by the Mustangs to snuff that out. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss of a yard.
Yeah, they've thrown in that quick little run up the middle there a couple times, trying to get eyes of our 5 linebackers to look in on that and then try to kick it to the outside and show off his speed. But that was a good read by the defense to stay in their positions and stay contained and get that tackle for a loss of 1.
So, again, you got the twins receivers to the right side, but you also have the 6'5" tight end there in the slot. He's coming around on a reverse, and there's a good-sized hole, and he just barrels through Hunter Dukes. And he picks up nice gain. He's probably, looks like maybe about a yard past the first down. Yep, they're going to give it to him. So, a gain of about 11 yards. Second time they've run that play on this drive.
Yeah, you get a lot of head of steam off of that offensive line. Everybody's pulling, getting out in front, and it's just a wall of blockers, and you just hope that there's a hole there, and clearly a hole there for a nice gain on second down to pick up the first down.
Yeah, you're sitting there with 6'6", 225, and 5'8", 165. Who's going to win that battle most of the time? It's a good play by Clarke. Another handoff up the middle, and Showers gets taken down a little awkwardly there at about the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up about 44 yards. He's going to set up a second down at about 6.
Yeah, again, you can clearly see that they want to establish the run like we've been saying all throughout this drive. Something that they didn't do last week. They clearly saw something in film that they wanted to adjust back to what they were doing in the first 3 weeks of the season, put the ball on the ground, and keep moving the pile forward.
It was weird. We were talking about it on the way here. I had mentioned that the first 3 games of watching them, and as opposed to the last one, it was almost a completely different team, formationally. And Cooley's got the edge there on a quarterback keeper, and looks like he's out of bounds for a first and goal at about the 8-yard line. So good play, first down, and a first and goal for the Indians.
Yeah, again, they faked that little dive up the middle, and then bounced it to the outside. Didn't have good contain over there on the left side of the Mustang defense. Easy run to get around that edge and pick up first down and put them inside the 10-yard line.
A pretty good drive so far for the Indians. Inside, outside, quarterback, fullback, little reverses to the tight end, so pretty good drive. As the handoff goes up the middle there to K.J. Fry, picks up about 2 yards. Just nothing fancy, nothing pretty. Even their pass play on this drive was just a quick little, 2-3 yard hitch that went for some yards after the catch.
Yeah, again, they got some big heavies up front, and they're just following those guys right up the middle. It's pretty easy to move the ball behind. 78 looks like he's a big, strong kid and can move the pile forward.
Yeah, 6 foot, 320 pounds. I'd say he's a good-sized kid. So second down and goal at the 5-yard line. Another handoff to the fullback up the middle. It's K.J. Fry. And it looks like he's in for the touchdown for Clarke. Clarke gets in early on their first drive of the game. Shenandoah stalls out and has to punt it away, and Clarke just methodically marching it down the field. About 8 minutes on that drive.
Yeah, that was really impressive from Clarke. Definitely not what you saw last week against Clarinda on the ground. So went back to work, said, hey, let's go back to what worked in the first 3 weeks. Let's put it on the ground and move the ball forward. That extra point's up and good. And with 4:35 left in the first quarter, it's Clarke 7, Shenandoah 0. Let's take a second for some commercials.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Osceola as Clarke is getting set to kick off for the second time tonight after just scoring on a nice 8-minute plus drive to get on the board first, 7-0. Looks like we've got Morgan Cotton back there to return at at his own 6-yard line. Kick is a little short. It's going to be picked up at about the 10-yard line. Decent return, but good coverage there, too, by Clarke as he gets up to about the 27-yard line. We're going to start 1st and 10 for our second drive in the Hunter Dukes era for Shenandoah.
Yeah, let's, again, what happened in the first drive, we tried to set the edge and tried to run outside. Let's see what Shenandoah has in store for us here in drive number 2.
So Shenandoah takes over in the pistol formation, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Cotton. Cotton picks up about 2 yards there. Good play in there by number 84. That's Budenhagen there on the stop.
Yeah, tried to run it right up the middle. Blake Harold.
Up to the 35-yard line, pick up about 8, which was hit by number 6. Hunter Dukes brought down by number 31, Dalton Athen.
Okay, we're going to try this again here. We've lost a feed twice now, so hopefully we got everything back under control. If not, we apologize, folks. This is the wonder of technology, right?
Anthony Batani. His dad's out there on the field. Yes.
So catching you up here, Clarke's got the ball at the 35-yard line of Shenandoah. 2nd down and 2. Cooley hands the ball off up the middle. That's going to be enough for, looks like a 1st down for Clarke. They've, again, doing a good job on this drive, and the fans have missed it because we lost the feed. But, again, doing a good job of just marching the ball methodically against our defense.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where we got lost, but the Mustangs had to punt. Clarke had a nice return back to just inside of the Mustang 40-yard line and already have 1 1st down and starting this second set of 1st downs here. Quick
little pop pass to Budenhagen, and Budenhagen touchdown-saving tackle there. Because if he doesn't make that tackle there, Budenhagen's dancing in the end zone.
Yep. Again, nothing difficult. But again, Clarke is able to run those little quick little gives. Get all the eyes looking there. All the linebackers are sucking in, trying to stop that. And it's easy pitch and catch when your tight end is able to just get right behind the linebackers, and it also helps when you're 6'5", 6'6", to catch the ball up high.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 again for the Clarke Indians. And a handoff up the middle. That's K.J. Fry. And K.J. Fry is going to pick up about a yard on the play. Good stop in there by the middle of that Mustang defensive line. This is kind of one of those, it's early in the game, but it's one of those crucial drives. You can't, backup quarterback, a lot of guys injured, you can't get down super early by a lot because it's going to be hard to come back.
Absolutely, and you got a lot of new guys playing different positions. It's not that we have new guys out on the field. We have them playing different positions due to injury, and so they're going to have to learn the game really quick from the spot that they're at, but they just need to trust their eyes and go forward and make the tackle.
Well, that's going to be another touchdown there. It's going to be Phillips in there for Clarke. And that's the second touchdown of the first quarter for the Clarke Indians. A nice little play around the outside for 6 points, and Clarke's up by 2 scores.
Yeah, again, sucks the Mustang linebackers in with that give up the middle. It's hard to read both plays, but you got to trust your teammates. Those outside linebackers need to trust their teammates up the middle that they're going to be able to make a stop, then be able to make the play outside where it's going to be one-on-one a lot. And here Clarke's running the fire drill, bad snap, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the PAT is going to be no good. So with 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter, TJ, it's 13-0 Clarke over the Shenandoah Mustangs.
We'll take a short break. We'll be right back here in about 60 seconds.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Number 24, Oscar Castro. Clean it up.
Welcome back into Osceola, and Clarke Indians set to kick off once again here in this first quarter. It's going to be Oscar Castro kicking off for the Indians. It's going to be Cotton again back deep to receive for the Mustangs. Castro puts the boot into it. It's a low-line drive kick. It bounces off of Cotton, who picks it up at his own 5-yard line. He's able to make kind of something out of nothing there, at least get it up near the 15-yard line. That could have been a disaster. Bounce right off of him, Cotton, and Cullen couldn't grab it. We're fortunate to hang on to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the Mustangs are deep inside of their own territory. It's going to be crucial here for the Mustangs to put a little bit of a drive together, move the ball out towards midfield, hopefully, as we move into the second quarter. And we want to thank everybody for putting up with us here as we're going through these technical difficulties. We're getting text messages from a lot of different people saying you can hear one of us and can't hear both of us. But I think we're back up and good right now, TJ. Okay. I think people can hear us, which is a good thing.
Well,
or maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Hunter Dukes gives a handoff to Morgan Cotton. It's a long reverse, and that's a backwards little lateral there, and that's going to get collected in the end zone. Or it's kind of it's a touchdown for the Indians, but that's just a really long play to develop. It looked like running a reverse to the receiver the furthest away from the ball, and then it was a pitch instead of a handoff. Just looked kind of wonky from the beginning. Yeah,
definitely a new play, a new wrinkle that the Mustangs were trying to put in maybe this week. Maybe not everybody on the same page there, and definitely not the way we want to end the first quarter here with a turnover for a touchdown for Clarke.
We're checking.
Yeah, definitely not on the road district game. whether you're full strength or you're not full strength, you definitely don't want to give up those turnovers that result immediately into 6 points for the other team. But credit Clarke, they did a good job of just running to the ball and making a play happen here with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter as they go for two. And Cooley hands it off to Budenhagen, who doesn't look like he gets in. He does not get in. So the two-point conversion is no good. So 21.9 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter. We're going to take another break here from Osceola. The Clarke Indians ahead of the Shenandoah Mustangs 19-0.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into Osceola as Clarke tried a little onside kick there, and it was a really good job by Taryn Courtier, who made a nice job, nice play there at the 45-yard line. Just get on knees and get the ball and secure it for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. An interesting choice there. I guess Clarke's thinking, put a foot on the throat type of thing, but maybe kick it deep and see if the Mustangs can drive out of their own territory too. I get their thought process. It's homecoming. Keep everybody excited about the game. But the Mustangs get the ball at their own 45-yard line.
45.
We'll hand off to the fullback, and that is a little wrinkle that we haven't seen all season.
Yeah, something different. Blake Harrell lines up at fullback there. Give him the ball right up the middle. Maybe something that the Mustangs need to think about. Keep it simple here. Run some plays that put the ball in the hands of those who have gotten you to where you're at, and see if they can't move the ball here. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, TJ. 19-0 Clarke here at the end of the first quarter. The Mustangs will take over second and about 7 at their own 48-yard line when we come back.
At this time,
very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Concession stand located in the northwest corner of our campus.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shutoff and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Merchandise.
Welcome back into Osceola. Mustangs have the ball, second down and 4 to start the second quarter, but it looks like we had a false start there by the Mustangs, so it's going to bring them back. Going to bring them back 5 yards. It's going to set it up a second down and long. When you're in this situation, the backup quarterback, a lot of guys injured, you got to be ahead of the chains.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually misspoke there before we went to break. It would have been 2nd and 3, so now we're back to second and 8. But still, the same process. You can't keep shooting yourself in the foot. You got to keep the ball moving forward and give yourself a chance to move the ball down the field.
2nd down and 8, says Aaron. So we're going to update our scoreboard. Second down and 8, and a little handoff to Cotton. He tried to get something going up the middle there, and it just maybe a little slow getting developed. You got a lot of different guys in there on the offensive line, and Clarke's big and physical up front, and they're doing a good job of making plays in the backfield.
Yeah, definitely. Clarke was quick to get into the backfield on that play and blow that play up right from the get-go. A little bit of a high snap, maybe threw off the timing a little bit, but you still have to block up front to give yourself a chance.
So it's going to bring up a third down and 10.5, 11 yards. Again, it's another passing situation for a team that right now is very well hamstrung, as far as the passing game is concerned tonight. Dukes is back to pass, gets a little screen play to Cotton. They do like running that play, but it just wasn't there. Just wasn't there. Clarke did a good job of shutting it down in the backfield.
Yeah, the Mustangs were actually a little quick there. I'm actually surprised that they didn't get called for an illegal shift. Everybody wasn't even set there to begin that play. But, again, not a good drive. Again, they shot themselves in the foot. Should have been 2nd and 3. Moved themselves back. It changes your playbook a little bit. And now the Mustangs are being forced to punt again.
Yeah, it really is just kind of a difficult situation for the coaching staff. You just got a lot of guys just missing in key spots. We do have a timeout on the field for the Mustangs. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds from Osceola.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Osceola. The Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard now up at the top of your screen. Let you know it's 19-0. If you look down at the bottom of your screen as you're watching, you'll see our kind of sports ticker we have going on down there. Lots of games with implications in the district or implications in our area, Hawkeye 10 area, and then just that region of southwest Iowa. I haven't seen any scores updated on that, but as they get the updates, it'll update onto our feed. So hopefully that happens. It's kind of a cool little thing for our fans watching at home.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps us up to date on some of the area scores, some of the teams that we might play later in the year.
So Athan gets the punt away. It's a low-line drive touched by Bullis at the 30-yard line, but he's got a convoy of blockers on this right side. He turns the corner. He's at the 40, 45, 50, makes a man miss at the 50, and he's down at the Mustang 40-yard line. They set up that right return on a punt to the left side, and he had a convoy out here, but a good job by the Mustangs preventing a touchdown on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. He drops the ball right from the get-go, but is able to pick it up and move down the field. And like you said, they set up that wall, return right, and we're able to get it into Mustang territory, 1st and 10 at the Mustang 40-yard line.
So we'll see if the Mustangs can make some sort of an adjustment, but right now Clarke Indians really kind of firing on all cylinders offensively. If they can run it when they want to, and they can throw it when they want to, and they're getting it from all different players. Cooley drops back to pass. He's doing a slant route there, which is completed. Tackled in there. No, intercepted.
I think that's picked
nice
off
play
by Hunter Dukes.
He just undercut the route there. It looked like it was caught from up here. I just missed it. Good play by the quarterback, getting the ball back for his offense.
Yeah, good job by Hunter Dukes there, just kind of cutting that route off right at the last second, maybe even stole the ball from the wide receiver, and ends up with a big interception here with 10:24 left to go in the first half.
Well, and Dukes had kind of been picked on in a couple of games ago, the Nottoway Valley game and even the Atlantic game. So it's good for him, for a confidence booster back there. As just a sophomore, make a big play out there on defense. So I formation, a toss play. Cotton gets the ball, goes around the right side. He's got some room. Nice run for the Mustangs. Pick up of about 8 yards. Probably their best run, their best offensive play of the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great play again. Trying to set that edge, just going back to the very first drive of the game. But thinking about how do we get into a formation that gives us the best opportunity to move the ball, right? We tried splitting out wide a couple times in the first drive. We've tried running out of slot. We tried running out of the eye a little bit on that last drive, which led to a big play on first down. Then we shot ourselves in the foot. So now go back to that eye formation and see if we can't move the ball.
That's exactly what they do. They hand it back up the middle to Harold, I believe, again, who's got enough for the first down of the ball game for the Mustangs. And this might end up being the recipe right now. I know you're down by 19 points, but still a lot of game left. You really want to minimize possessions in this situation if you're Ty Ratliff in this offense.
Yeah, let's see if the Mustangs can't drive the ball a little bit, take a little bit of time off the clock, maybe wear on the Clarke defense to some degree. And, again, probably the two best players with the ball in their hand are in the backfield right now for the Mustangs, best available players. Let's give them
probably the best asterisk right there.
Right. Give them the ball.
And Dukes with a bootleg goes out to the right side, and he's a quick kid. He's got good quicks. He gets out about 4 yards. It's going to be a 2nd down and 6 for Shenandoah. And again, just 3 to 4 yards a pop. You don't need the home runs right now. Just move the ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play. I'm not sure if Harold went the wrong way on that fullback give, but Dukes made a good job of adjusting and just goes and runs around the right edge for a nice little 4-yard gain.
Well, that's kind of you got guys in different positions. You got a different guy playing quarterback, different guy playing fullback. Those miscommunications are going to happen, but kudos to Dukes for making the play. Dropping back to pass, he's got Harold in the flat. Harold can make guys miss, but when there's 7 Indians out there, it's that flat looks wide open, but they want you to throw it there because they're going to gang tackle you for a no gain.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously we know that defenses are going to know where number 10 is, right? We know that people are going to know where Harold lines up if they give us that short little route. Obviously, there's plenty of speed in the Clarke backfield, defensive backfield, to come up and make that play.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 6. 2-down territory here, maybe. I don't know. We'll kind of see what you get here on this 3rd down play in the I formation again, as Dukes has a pitch, but it's behind Cotton. And again, just, you've had a week of practice taking snaps at quarterback, and just timing's just off, and now it's 4th down and another punting situation.
Yeah, that's just too bad right there. I think the edge would have been set for a nice little gain. Might not have went all the way for a 1st down, but would have picked up yardage there, and just a toss play that a little bit behind Cotton in the backfield, and the Mustangs are going to have to punt again.
So we got 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go until halftime. It's 19-0. The Clarke Indians have the lead. They're about to get the ball back as freshman Dalton Athan is back to punt it away, and he does get it away. It's a short kick, and Bullis gets it at about the 45-yard line, and he's got an alley again on this right side, and Labrum maybe saved another touchdown there from Bullis. Bullis has had a couple of good returns, both in the punt returns his last 2 times, and this time it was Labrum stopping him at the 25.
Yeah, that was a kind of a low line drive punt. Didn't give the kicking team enough time to get down the field, to get set up to make a tackle. Makes it difficult, but Clarke has 2 guys back there that are covering a lot of ground, and so any punt that goes down there needs to have a little bit more air under it, give our defense to have a chance to get down the field. But now they need to dig in here with the ball inside the Mustang territory here with just over 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
Cooley takes a snap, hands it off to Showers. No gain on the play, and a much better job, at least in the last 2 drives, by the Mustang defense, responding to having, kind of getting hit in the mouth early by this Clarke Indians team.
Yeah, again, now that the defensive players have gotten a couple snaps in where they need to just trust their eyes, see what's in front of them, make the play, and trust your teammates to make a play on the outside when they do fake that little dive and pull it and run to the edge.
And Clarke's been doing a very good job so far in this game, just mixing it up. We talked about it before the last drive, and Cooley gets it out into the flat. The pass is caught, looks like by Showers. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Sets up 3rd and manageable when you're up by 19. Early, really in the ball game still. 6 minutes, 7 minutes to go until halftime. It's probably 4-down territory right here.
Yeah, again, they just run just a really quick offense. Even with that fake, it was really easy for that slot wide receiver to just run a bubble out to the left side and make a nice, easy pitch and catch. Again, they're thinking about moving the ball 3, 4, 5 yards at a time and hope that they're going to catch you for that one big play as they kind of lull you to sleep with some of these just quick, short plays.
It's going to be 3rd down at about 5, 3rd down at about 6. It's going to be Cooley taking it, and we got a little bit of maybe a false start there, a illegal shift. There we go. So it's going to bring them back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 11. A situation where now maybe it's more of an obvious passing situation. Maybe pin the ears back and DBs be aware. You got some size mismatches on the outside there in Budenhagen and Bullis.
Yeah, so you would expect them to maybe put it in the air here, going to the outside. Again, they kind of run that guy deep and then run a little out route in space, and it turns into a one-on-one contest out on the edge. And let's see who can win that battle.
So the Indians still in the huddle there. Cooley's calling the play, and they're going to the line here for 3rd down and about 11 right now on about the 25.5-yard line. Cooley takes a snap, straight drop back. It's just a 3-man route. It wasn't a screen. We had a guy deep on the left side, a guy short on the right side, and a guy short on the left side. So pretty simplistic play calling, like you had talked about, but just easy pitch and catch and run after the catch.
Yeah, that actually was a really, really good catch. He had to go up in the air and caught it one-handed, or at least knocked it down to himself. One-handed over there on that far sideline. Really good catch over there. Makes it a really nice play. But again, the Mustangs need to understand that they're not going to throw it too far down the field, and so we got to maybe come up and shorten that cushion that we're given.
Got a flag again on the play. It might have been an illegal substitution there. It was Cole White coming onto the field late, and he may not have got far enough out there. Yep. Yeah, I thought he was inside the hash, but I think that's what they called.
Illegal substitution against the Indians.
Yeah, I think they might have actually had 12 guys on the field. A little miscommunication there on the Clarke offense.
So it'll be 1st down and 15 now. Excuse me. Yeah, 1st down and they did have 12. Okay.
They have 12 on the field again right now in the huddle.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see if they throw another flag. Yep, here it comes. Here comes another one, I would assume. There it is. He's not the best color guy in the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah, breaking the huddle with 12. You can't send one off and 2 in when you already had 12.
So it's going to drop him back another 5 yards. And Coach Bergdorf's all over it up here in the booth. So it's going to be a 1st down and 20. They can still get a 1st down, can the Indians, at about the 2-yard line. But we do have a timeout taken by Clarke, their first timeout of the first half. We'll step away for about 30 seconds. We'll come back, kind of talk about what can you expect on a 1st and 20 on the 22-yard line. Be back in about 30 seconds.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs, no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen! Member FDIC.
2016.
We're back in Clarke. A beautiful football field. We were talking about it on the way up here. Kind of a newer facility. It looks real nice as we get kind of set up here on this 1st and 20 with 6:09 to go until halftime. Really pretty critical opportunity if you want to stay in the game. If you're the Mustangs, they've given you a gift of 10 free yards and penalties, or do you take advantage of it here and force a 4-down turnover or something like that?
Flag on play from the defensive backfield. Ball started against the Indians.
And there's another free 5 yards. So take advantage of this if you're the Mustangs. You keep the game within a few scores. You can get some stuff right on the offense and get back in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the false start was there. Maybe the center spinning the ball or something. That official in the middle of the field pointed right at the center, so I'm not sure what happened there, but definitely another 5 yards back.
So Cooley drops back to pass, just throws it up down the middle of the field. He had a guy open. It was intended for Ryan Phillips, who's already scored a touchdown in his first half. He had him just overshot by about 5 yards. Going to bring up second down and 25.
Yeah, he came right from the edge of the right edge of the line of scrimmage there, and was definitely running free. Just a couple crossing routes in front of him, and he just ran right down the middle. Confusion in the Mustang backfield, but it falls to the turf and brings up second down. And play clock's running down here. 3, 2, 1. They get the play off. Little bubble route out to the outside, dropped, and it's going to be 3rd and 25 from the 27-yard line.
We got 6 minutes exactly to go until halftime. As Aaron mentioned, 3rd down and 25. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 25, but you got some athletes out there. If you're the Clarke Indians, you can just kind of throw up and see if they can make some plays.
Yeah, and it looks like the Mustangs are just going to play one-on-one out here on the edge. So
wonderful tackle out there. Pass was caught by, looks like that's Budenhagen, and then Harold makes a really good tight end to really good tight end. That's a really good play by Harold.
Yep, excellent coverage there by Harold. And Clarke will probably send in their kicking game here. Torres will be, well, this is going to be Castro kicking.
He might be their deep guy.
Yeah, yep.
He's their kickoff specialist, so he'll be back. It looks like they're going to spot the ball about the 29-yard line. So it'll be a 39-yard attempt for Castro. He gets it off. It's long enough and no good, off to the right. So, again, a good stand by the Mustangs. They've had 2 consecutive drives here in this second quarter. The interception by Dukes, and now getting helped out a little bit with some penalties, but able to hold, keep it a 3-score game, under 20 points with 5:15 to go. Big defensive stand there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. Something to build on at halftime. Now maybe put something together on offense, move the ball a little bit. Even if it doesn't come up with a score, take some time off this clock and go into halftime with at least something positive to talk about.
So 1st down and 10 for your Mustangs. Ball's going to be on the 20-yard line. 80 yards to go, kind of seems like an eternity. In the way the offense has played here in this first half. But I don't really know if we expected it to be anything different, just a lot of different faces in different places type of deal.
Right. And again, we talk about that, and perfect segue into this timeout. Come out of the huddle a little bit confused, and the Mustangs are going to call timeout.
So we'll take one with them. There's 5:15 to go until halftime, and we'll step aside. Be back in about 30 seconds.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Kayla Halverson, Dan Cooper.
Hey, and we're coming back out of the timeout, continuing to work on some technical difficulties. I think we're still up and running, so that's good. Mustangs are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. I'm going to keep talking while TJ works on the computer. The Mustangs line up in the I formation behind Dukes. Dukes rolls out, throws it deep. And that pass is caught by Tyson Shaw. Big gain on 1st down, about a 23-yard pass from Dukes to Shaw. Moves the Mustangs out outside of their 40-yard line here with the clock running. About 5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Definitely makes the drive, manageable at this point. You had 80 yards to go. You get about 23 yards of it right away. 5 minutes is a long time to drive the length of the field, put a score on the board before half.
Yeah, but definitely getting out of the shadow of your own end zone, that's a good way to start this drive.
Absolutely. Dukes with a pitch to Cotton. A good block by Harold on the outside, and Cotton gets around the edge and picks up about 7 yards before he's driven out of bounds on the Indian side of the 50.
Yeah, really good. Get him out in space. We know that Cotton has some speed. Harold, obviously a big kid, getting out in front and leading the way. So that's a good play on first down for the Mustangs to move the ball right to midfield.
They had a guy, Jesus Vega was in there on that outside linebacker spot, shot the gap, but Harold did a good job keeping his eyes up and making a play. So it'll be second down and about 3.5 here, and right at midfield they spotted it. And Dukes gets a snap, fakes the handoff, stumbles a little, but still with the speed he has and the quickness, able to pick up the first down, pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, another good gain there by the Mustangs. That time with Dukes using his own speed, get the Clarke linebackers looking at Morgan Cotton, who obviously most people would assume that he's going to get the ball, but Duke pulls it back, takes it around the right edge, and gives the Mustangs the first down inside of Clarke territory.
So 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go until halftime. Ball is at the Clarke 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The Mustangs have the ball in the I formation. Harold back there at fullback, Cotton back there at tailback, and Harold gets the handoff on just a fullback dive up the middle for just 2 yards. Not a terrible play in that situation. You keep possession of the ball, the clock's moving, you're on plus side of the field. A lot of positives out of this drive so far.
Right, kind of just like the same play like Clarke's running, just trying to have that little dive right up the middle. You keep pushing. You never know, you might break one, and with the ball in Blake Harold's hands, you never know when he might break one.
It's going to be second down and 8 here for the Mustangs. Again, Harold picked up 2 yards there. We're just under 4 minutes to go until halftime. And again, I formation, and you've got a single receiver on that far side of the field with a tight end on the left and a wingback, and Cullen on the run. And he's going to the right with Cullen, and Cullen, good pursuit on the backside. I believe that was Kevin Kelso makes a stop, just followed him and was able to cut him off, make a good play.
Yeah, when you talk about people being out of position, when the Mustangs go back and watch that play in huddle, you're going to see a lot of guys looking right at where the ball was going to go. They broke the huddle. Everybody was talking about what was going to happen, and it's just one of those things where people are out of position trying to talk their way through the play. Hey, what am I supposed to do? Again, it's short week, trying to get a lot of people in new positions and trying to get it figured out.
So 4 wide receivers, 3 to this left side. Dukes throws it out into the flat, a wobbly pass. Good pressure on the play by Colby Fahan, and it's going to be 4th down and 9. I'd say if you had regular cast of characters, maybe it's a go-for-it situation, but with what we have offensively right at the moment, not super comfortable, maybe we punt it away and try to play field position and get to the half, 19-0.
Yeah, that's one of the plays that the Mustangs have been running all season long, that roll out to the left. And with Mount, he's used to making that throw. Dukes probably hasn't gotten to rep that play up very much. That's a hard throw, rolling out to your left and then having to turn your body back and throw it back against the grain. So.
And looks like Coach Ratliff will take his final timeout of this first half with 3:03 to go until halftime. That's 19-0 Clarke Indians over Shenandoah Mustangs. We'll be back in about 30 seconds from Osceola.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Sure. Back in Osceola, it's again Clarke 19, Shenandoah 0 on the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard. It's going to be 4th down and 9. Coach Ratliff and company talking it over, still on the sidelines. They've blown the play in already. They were still in the huddle, so there's about 20 seconds on the play clock to get the punt off if they do decide to do that. But it looks like they're bringing the offense on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to learn anything from punting here. You might as well go for it here with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. You're already down 19-0. Just see what happens. Get the ball in playmakers' hands like Blake Harold right here, and see if he can't make a play.
And he absolutely does. A little rocket screen on 4th and 9 and about a 20-yard gain just get it to your athletes and see if his better is better than their better, and this time it was.
Yeah, and we're going to add on a 15-yard roughing the passer on top of it, so the Mustangs are going to move down inside the 20-yard line. That's a huge play for the Mustangs, a big call, and huge movement down the field inside the red zone.
And we have gone for it quite a bit this year in fourth down situations, so it's not out of the norm for this team, but in this situation, down by 19 with the backup quarterback and a kind of a patchwork offensive line, gutsy call, big play, and kudos to Coach Ratliff and to the offensive line and Harold making that play.
Yeah, again, we're trying to find some positives going into halftime. Definitely a positive play right there. You got 2 defensive stops here in the second quarter, and now you're inside the red zone trying to move the ball in for a score.
So they're on the Indians' 22-yard line, and a little toss to Cotton on the left side, and just a good job in there by, looks like Tyler Benning making the play. A lot of penetration early, and that's what we're seeing from the Indians for most of these plays.
Yeah, that's just good penetration on that the left side of the Mustang offense. Obviously, we want to get Cotton out into space. That's a good play call on first down. It's been successful, and so nothing wrong with that. Keep driving here. Put the ball probably in Cotton or Harold's hands again here on second down, and again, get inside the 10 and give yourself a chance to score a touchdown here.
So the play clock is down under 10 seconds, about 5 seconds on the play clock, with under 2 minutes to go. They hustle to the line, and they do get the snap off, and it's just a naked bootleg. He's got one man to beat, and he just can't beat him. Good help on the pursuit inside by the linebackers as Dukes picks up a yard. Kind of a sneaky little play there, but didn't have good blocking on the outside. He had one guy to beat, couldn't get it done.
Yeah, he did pick up a yard. It was a good idea.
Yep.
Dukes has some speed, be able to move the ball around the edge, and they're going to make Clarke call a timeout here with about a minute and a half left to go in the first half.
So you got 1:32 to go until halftime. We'll take a 30-second break with them. We'll be back here in Osceola in about 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Osceola, into the broadcast booth. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard up at the top of your screen tonight. Let you know that Clarke's up right now 19-0 over Shenandoah, but Shenandoah driving here with 1:32 to go until halftime. No timeouts left for Coach Ratliff and staff, but he's in a good spot, 3rd and 10. Maybe in field goal range, maybe you try to put some points on the board, but maybe 2 plays to get first down.
Right, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if Harold doesn't line up at tight end or at wide receiver here on 3rd down and try to run him one-on-one with a safety, see what happens.
Dukes takes the snap. He's got a pass over the middle, and it was caught off of the deflection. And again, get the ball to your best players. And it looks like Harold gets the first down. It looks like it's going to be 1st and goal. Just heck of an effort and a fortunate bounce for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. They had five flat defensive backs back there waiting for Harold to come across the middle of the field. Lucky bounce off of a defender right into Harold's hands. He's able to fight down to the 1-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if they line him up at fullback and just have him punch it in here.
He doesn't have a touchdown yet this season.
He does not.
This would be a good time to get his first. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving big number 10 the ball, and just 4 times if I have to.
Yeah, whatever time allows here.
Yeah, with no timeouts. There's the handoff to Harold. He's barreling his way in, but a good job by the Clarke defensive line. It looks like a no gain on the play. There's 52 seconds and counting. Again, no timeouts. Maybe you can do that one more time, but then you got to put it in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I would give it to him one more time and see if he can't put his head down and bowl through there right behind some of those big offensive linemen up front.
So just kind of a clock update since it's not on the scoreboard. 33 seconds and counting. There's about 16 seconds on the play clock right now as they break the huddle. Plenty of time left on the play clock, but maybe you got to put it in the air or you got to score here. Handoff to Cotton. Stutter stepped in the backfield, and that stutter step was beneficial there. He was able to see the hole and get in for a touchdown. Now we got ourselves the ball game with 19.6 to go until half.
Right, a really good lead block there by Harold, creating that hole and giving Cotton enough room to squeak in there for the touchdown.
Still can't get him in the end zone yet, but he helped out on the play. That was a good lead block, like you said. Morgan Cotton gets in from 1 yard out, and with 19.6 until halftime, the MASH unit, that is the Shenandoah Mustangs, rather, they're an extra point away from being down by 12 going into half. And Zwickel gets it away, and it's good. So Zwickel knocks it through, and with 19.6 to go until halftime, big play there on that 3rd and 10 by, would have been Dukes to Harold on the deflection. Fortunate bounce, but just big players make big plays when you need them, and he made a big play.
Right. Obviously, Cotton and Harold are the two guys that are going to have to carry this team through this game. You know who's going to get the ball. Clarke's going to know that going into halftime now. They can clearly see who we've brought, right? And so they're going to make some adjustments and know where 10 and 28 are lined up, obviously. But big plays by both those guys on that drive to move the ball down the field and pick up a big score going into halftime.
Yeah, putting it into perspective here for the fans at home that are kind of wondering who's out, who's in. So we weren't able to give you that, maybe, or we did, and maybe we had some technical difficulties and you didn't hear it. Starting quarterback, almost 1,000 yards passing this year. He's out tonight. Our second leading rusher, who was the starting running back last week, he's out. And a slew of offensive linemen are out, playing out of position. You got receiver now playing quarterback because the backup quarterback's still injured. It's just a lot of guys just in different spots here for Coach Ratliff and his staff. And he's doing a good job. They always fight, and that's what they're doing tonight.
Yeah, the Mustangs are always going to give a good effort, and that's what the 11 guys that are on the field are doing every play tonight.
A little bobble on the return attempt, and a good job of tackling down there by Cullen, and that was looks like Showers on the return, and Cullen did a good job of just keeping them corralled, and now you got 13.6 seconds left. You know, maybe they take a shot, but more than likely you're probably happy with a 12-point lead if you're Clarke and take a knee and go to halftime. Maybe not.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why.
You got some big tall targets that can run really fast. You never know. You might put it up in the air and see what happens.
It really has been kind of a tale of two parts of this first half. Just there's a handoff right up the middle, and he's got some room, so we might see a timeout here right quick. That's a first down. Clock's going to stop. No timeout just yet. There's just under 8 seconds to go, and looks like they're trying to clock it. They're trying to clock the ball. Instead of burning a timeout, they don't clock it. They hand it off. You saw the coaching staff down here on the sideline, giving that signal to clock the ball. They didn't do it. I don't know if it would have mattered, but the clock has run out now on this first half. We will take a short break. We'll come back with a little first half analysis, and then we'll part ways with you for a little bit here as we reach halftime. So we'll be back after about a minute and a half and give you kind of a first half recap on the KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions joint YouTube live stream.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time. At Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Again, as announced last
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back to Osceola, ladies and gentlemen. It's halftime here, and Clarke has a 12-point lead over the Mustangs as the band is out on the field. There's about 18 minutes to go until the players need to get back on the field for warm-ups and for the second half. But Aaron, let's kind of start with the beginning of this ball game. We've talked about it kind of ad nauseum, really. A lot of new people, a lot of new faces, new places, and it was rocky early.
Yeah, it was rocky on the field, the rocky up here. We were having technical issues, but we got back online. But yeah, some things that didn't go very well for the Mustangs. Really, it took about 10 minutes into the game before Clarke found the end zone, but then it was 3 quick scores that really set the tone there in the first quarter. But then as we got into the second quarter, the Mustang defense, again, just trusting their eyes, trusting their teammates, playing new positions, were able to make some stops, and that turned it into a chance to move the ball there in that last drive and take us down the field and get in the end zone. And, again, the second quarter, a lot of positives to talk about over there in the halftime huddle.
Yeah, for Clarke, they've had 4 offensive possessions. They scored on their first 2 without real problem. And then the last 2, interception by Dukes for a turnover, and then a back-breaking penalties, and then a missed field goal. So 2 stops consecutively for this Mustang defense, like you said, and then they were able to put a drive together in the final 4 minutes of that first half to get on the board, get some feel-good going into the locker room.
Right, yeah, and the big thing, it started with that big pass on first down, right, to start the drive, get some positive momentum, and then put the ball in Harold's hands, put the ball in Cotton's hands, and keep moving the ball in a positive direction. No turnovers, no penalties, and keep moving the ball in a positive direction. It really changes the outcome of that second quarter for the Mustangs, and hopefully we'll see something coming out in the second half similar to what we saw in the second quarter.
Yeah, and really, like you said, that first play from the 20 to the 43, a 23-yard pass play from a new quarterback to a new wide receiver. You know, so it's those new faces getting a little more comfortable as the game's gone on, and I think that's a good sign because they're young guys that don't have a lot of varsity experience and or experience playing the positions that they're playing. Coach Ratliff and his staff, kudos to them, keeping them in the ball game. The players are showing out and doing a good job, and credit Clarke too. I mean, this is a good team. They're not 3-1 by accident. They've got some talented kids. They've got some big physical kids. It's going to be a tough second half for Shenandoah to eat their way back into it, but they've made it a game, and I think that was kind of the goal for Coach Ratliff and the boys. Let's make it a game at halftime, and let's see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, just really a lot of unknowns, right? You have a JV game on Monday where some of these guys had to go play, so you didn't get a preparation day on Monday. So you had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to try to figure it out with a new quarterback and a lot of guys playing a lot of new positions.
Kids getting sick and kids hurt. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you just have a lot of unknowns coming into Friday night, and then you have to get on a bus and drive 2 hours. Just a lot of things that you don't know what's going to happen on any given Friday night, and definitely this Friday night coming over here to Clarke.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got about 15 minutes until we come back to you here. We're going to step away. This is the Fuller Digital Solutions and KMA's joint YouTube live stream. You can watch it on the Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube page. You can also go to KMA. They've got the link embedded on there. Click that, and it'll take you right to us. And we hope that we have all of the technical issues fixed. I was sweating bullets up here, and it's about 60 degrees. So but I think we got her ironed out. So we're going to step away. We'll take a couple commercials, and we'll see you here in about 15 minutes from Osceola. 19-7, Clarke with the lead over your Mustangs here at halftime.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer. Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back to Osceola, Mustang fans. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go until we're set for second half action here in Osceola. It's the Clarke Indians 19 and your Shenandoah Mustangs 7. We do want to thank Mr. Bolton, the athletic director here at Clarke, and the entire group to basically give up their spot for their live stream to let us do our live stream, and hopefully their fans are watching too, and we haven't been too homery, and it's been a good experience for them too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to be able to come out and do this. Obviously, great service for our Shenandoah community, but like you said, great for that Clarke was willing to come out and do this live broadcast for them as well. And like you said, hopefully we're not being too big of homers. But
I told them we'd be a little bit of a homer, but we wouldn't be too big.
It's still fun high school football.
That's right. As you can see, if you look at the bottom of your screen, the wonderful guys over at Fuller have fixed the bottom little ticker there. So some of the games are coming in, some of them aren't coming in. The way this ticker is going to work, folks, so as soon as this Score Stream app gets updated, then it will automatically update to the ticker. So some games are showing up halftime like they should be, or second quarter. Some games are showing 0-0 in the first. It's not anybody's fault. It's just things just aren't getting uploaded to the app. So be patient with that app. It's new, but I think it's super cool. As you're watching the game, you can see how your rivals are doing or the district's doing. And as you can see from the bottom, that Sydney Mount Air game's no score, but that's just not getting anything updated. We're going to step away. There's about 45 seconds to go. I promise Aaron is still with me. I've been doing all the talking for the most part in the last 2 minutes, but he's still here. We'll step away for a short break, 30 seconds, and we'll come back for some second half action here from Osceola.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back to Osceola. We're going to get you with Aaron Bergdorf. He's going to give you a quick rundown of the first half scoring. Aaron?
Yeah, it was all Clarke in the first quarter. Obviously, posting that 19-0 lead at the end of the first quarter with 4:35 left to go in the first quarter. KJ Fry found the end zone from about 4 yards out. The PAT was good, and that capped an 8-minute drive to make it 7-0. Ryan Phillips then scored with 37 seconds left. The PAT was no good, made it 13-0. And then the very next possession for the Mustangs, we turned it over, fumbled it into the end zone. Spruce and Budenhagen recovered that fumble, made it 20 with 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter, made it 19-0. And then it was the Mustangs picking up a big 1-yard TD run from Morgan Cotton, capped that 80-yard drive with 19.6 seconds before halftime, made it 19-7. Made it 19-7 going into half. The PAT was good by Zwickel. That's our halftime score, and that's going to set us up for this second half. And Zwickel's getting ready with the ball on the tee to kick off here in the second half.
We got Showers and Bullis back deep to receive for the Indians. And it's a little onside kick, and a good job of recovery there by the front line. And that was number 3. I don't think he's normally up there. That's Austin Blevins, the senior wide receiver. Got your hands team up there. Both teams were very aware something funky may happen there in the start of the second half.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? You might get a turnover to get the ball back to start the second half. Take a chance here at Clarke on their homecoming, and maybe shift the momentum even further after that good second quarter by the Mustangs.
So really good field position for Cooley and company for the Indians as he hands the ball off up the middle. No, it's a fake handoff on a little midline. Bunch of broken tackles. Looked like it was Holman in there finally bringing him down. But you had him in the backfield for a 3-yard loss, but he was able to sneak away and pick up a nice gain of about 5.
Yeah, the Mustangs actually changed their defensive front right there to start the second half. Had 5 down linemen on that play. And we're able to get into the backfield, just wrap up and make that tackle. That's a huge play. Instead, Clarke gains 5 yards there on first down.
You know, that's something that Coach Ratliff actually talked to me about this week, is that the tackling was a big point of emphasis, but when you got a lot of guys down, it's hard to practice that during the season. Handoff up the middle, and it's Showers again, who bounces to the outside, and Cohen makes a stop at about the 30-yard line, but bottled up by the middle of that defense, but just no contain on the outside, and Showers gets a big gain and a first down.
Yeah, really good job. The Mustangs actually just shot at knees, to cause some congestion there in the middle, make Clarke bounce it out to the outside. And just no contain there on the left side of the Mustang defense. Big gain for the Indians.
So 1st and 10. They've moved the ball, Clarke has, from their own 48 now to the Mustang 30, and it's a little fake handoff, and Cooley's got the edge, but a good pursuit by Colin. That could have been about a 10, 15-yard gain there, but Colin did a good job of hustling to make it just 5 and 2nd and 5.
Yeah, you can clearly tell the idea of the switch at halftime for the Mustangs is to send 2 guys right into both A gaps, just dive through and cut down that quick give, but Clarke clearly practices that. The quarterback knows to pull that ball out of there and take it to the edge.
Yeah, we had talked on the way here how, people were saying this was an option team, and I really didn't see it a ton, because most of the time it was just gives to the fullback, but now the Mustangs are making that Cooley carry the ball. So 2nd down and 5, and a little option and a pitch to the wing back, and that was Ryan Phillips, who had a touchdown earlier in the ball game. Got pretty good stick over there on the left side, but should be enough for a first down. Looks like nope. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard.
Yep, just short again. So Clarke is able to make that very quick adjustment. They see the Mustangs change their defensive front to take away that little dive play right up the middle. They start bouncing it to the outside. That time they had a guy in motion, Phillips, and were able to run the option.
So 3rd down and a yard, and they do the little end around, and this time a little bobble on the handoff, and I don't know who fell on it. The Mustangs did. So it's a turnover, the 3rd straight possession that's ended up in a turnover, either on downs or just a regular turnover. So a great stop by the Mustangs to start this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Clarke tries to run that little counter play to Budenhagen coming out of that slot position. Puts the ball on the ground, and Ben Labrum comes up with the big fumble recovery for the Mustangs.
So kind of maybe been one of those moments where he may have got a little too cute there. I mean, you remove the ball going straight ahead or to the edges. You don't need a reverse in that situation. But fortunate for the Mustangs, and now they have the ball 1st and 10. And in the I formation from their own 25-yard line, and then straight ISO to Cotton, gets bottled up in the backfield but bounces to the outside, picks up about 5 yards, so something out of nothing there for Cotton and the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely good play there on 1st down. He's able to, like you said, bounce that play to the outside. Clarke had good penetration on the right side of the Mustang offense, and Cotton was able to bounce that out to the edge and pick up 4 yards on 1st down.
Maybe this is kind of that recipe here in the second half. 9:20 to go until the end of the 3rd quarter. Still a lot of ball game left. You don't need to press. Just keep moving the ball 3-4 yards a pop. There's a fake handoff, and Dukes tries to get around the outside there. Kind of a nifty little play. Looks like they had room over here had he given it. He had a couple extra blockers out here, but it was a keep, and there was just no room for him to go, and Dukes loses about 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an actual replay or just a call play. Obviously, with the new quarterback, you would assume that it's probably a called play, that he's not giving it there. Just wasn't able to get it all the way out to the edge and lost a couple yards there on 2nd down.
Schneider at a 3rd down and 10, and in these spread formations, trips to one side, single receiver, they haven't really thrown the deep shots. They've been throwing, into the flats here. Dukes has got some pressure, but he's got some quicks, and he tries to get away, rolls to the right, and completes it, but for minimal yardage. Looked like that was that Shaw over there? Nope, Shaw's way down there. That was Labrum. Labrum made the catch, picked up about 2, maybe 3 yards, but not a negative play. Every possession ends in a kick, right?
Right. At least Dukes was able to get back around that edge, get a ball down the field. I know it didn't pick up a lot of yardage, but it definitely didn't put us back inside the 10 where a bad sack would have happened. Although we have to punt, still some positive energy for the Mustangs.
I just got to keep it away from the return men because they've shown that they can be dangerous. And Athan gets away. Another low line drive, but this time it's angled towards the sideline, and Bullis will not return this one. So not a super high kick, not a super long kick, but it was effective. Directionally kicking it to the sideline and out of bounds, and that's a good win there for Shenandoah's offense on that possession.
Yeah, absolutely. Just put the ball back, on the Indian side of the field, make them drive a long field or a longer field to get back in scoring position.
It was about a 32, 33-yard punt. Didn't have that much hang time, but just gets the job done and no return. That's the first time we've had that all night for the Mustangs. So second possession of the second half for the Indians. And Cooley's in under center, and he'll hand it right up the middle of the fullback. Stuffed right at the line, but was fighting. Good tough run by Fry for a couple yards there, but Mustangs are making a concerted effort to take those A-gaps away.
Yeah, Clayton Holben and Jacob Rystrom right in there clogging up those A-gaps, making them work a lot harder. Now we need some confident play on the edge for the DNs, or if we went back to a three-man front. But again, taking away that center dive play is a big piece of what the Mustangs are trying to do here in the second half.
So second down and 7, Cooley with the play action. He's taking a deep shot, and that ball is caught. Jesus Vegas to the 10, into the 5 with a stiff arm, and he's in for a touchdown. And really good job making that adjustment at halftime, stopping that ground game. And Clarke's got some athletes, so they go over the top. And just a really good pass and a really good catch and run after the catch for 6 points for the Indians.
Yeah, Tyson Shaw there just getting a little bit beat on that deep ball. He was actually right there. He was within a yard of the receiver. Just got over his head and got beat and couldn't chase him down.
So after the touchdown, Castro's on to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and this time it is right down the middle. So with 7:32 to go until the end of the third quarter, the Indians have regained a 19-point advantage. They are up 26-7. We'll be back after a short break and a word from our local sponsors.
I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh. Input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shutoff and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Welcome back into Osceola in the broadcast booth, the Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard, letting you know Clarke's got a 19-point advantage here with 7:32 to go in the third quarter, 26-7. Looks like Castro is set to tee off the ball here at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be, looks like Morgan Cotton in the middle there, back deep to return for Mustangs at his own 8-yard line. The referee blows the whistle for play, and Castro kicks it away. It's a deep shot that bounces at about the goal line. That's a good kick. Good boot. Touchback. Mustangs will start over at their 20-yard line and try to get a more positive drive here in drive number 2 in the second half. First drive wasn't terrible. It ended in a kick, like we always say, but this time try to get down and get back in the ball game, get yourself scored.
Yeah, again, we can move the ball out towards midfield. Just move the ball in a positive direction. We had a good gain on first down, then we went backwards on second and third down, or on second down, incomplete pass on third down, had to punt. So again, just keep the ball moving forward in little chunks. Turns into positive energy.
It's the old Hank Stram matriculate the ball down the field, right? Just 3-4 yards of pop as Dukes hands the ball off to Cotton, who gets around the edge, but good pursuit there by the Indians, and Cotton's only going to get about 3, maybe 4 yards. That's a long way to run to pick up 3 yards here.
Yeah, but again, just trying to get to that edge. He might have been able to cut it up a little bit earlier, but he uses his speed to get out there to the edge and actually picks up 5 yards there on first down.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take those extra 2 yards that I missed. That's why I'm not an official. going to be 2nd down and 5 here for the Mustangs on a good first play of the drive. You got Shaw out there, the far receiver, and I believe that's Laughlin in the slot. I could be wrong, as they do a little fake handoff to Cotton, and it's a little end around there, and another fumble in the backfield there. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 9 now, so you're behind the chains again. You're behind the sticks. You're off schedule.
Yeah, again, that little counter play, ball ends up on the ground. Not a positive play. 2.5 yard loss on the play. Mustang injury here on the play with 7:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
So with 7:09 to go in the 3rd, we'll take a short 30-second break. So while they tend to, it looks like Cullen down there on the sideline. We'll be right back from Osceola.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back into Osceola. That was Brody Cullen down on the field for the Mustangs. He got up on his own power and was able to get off the field. So it sets up a 3rd down and 8 with the clock starting. 7 minutes to go until the end of the quarter at the 22-yard line. And a great job by the Mustangs. Just a simple, easy play there. It's going to give you a free 5 yards.
Yeah, just go on 2 and hope that they jump. If not, we got one-on-one coverage down here with Blake Harold. Probably coming this direction, possibly. But
it's really not a passing team tonight.
Right.
And 3rd and 8 is a monster of a hill. 3rd and 3, you can do a little bit of everything. Like you said, go to Harold over the top or run your just ISO toss that you've been doing out of the I formation. And here we go, I formation, 3rd and 3, manageable. There's your toss to, Cotton just got nailed in the backfield. And it's the right idea, though. That's what's been working tonight. You got the I formation. You got your 2 best offensive weapons in the backfield. And they're just a good play by the Indians to make the stop in the backfield, set up 4th down.
Yeah, absolutely. Just didn't quite get that block, get on the right edge there. I'm not even sure who made it in there for Clarke, but definitely came from the backside and were able to sneak through. Maybe they were running some type of left slant or something on their defensive front. It ran right into that toss play, and it's 4th down.
Athan gets the punt away. This time it was a little higher, but right to Bullis. And Bullis, he loves that right return. And here he goes again, and he's got a convoy. Looked like there's a hold on the play, and Holman was the one that got held. There is a flag on the play. It was right in front of the official here, right around the 25-yard line. Holman, I don't think he was going to make the stop, but he was getting held there. You could see it just from up here watching, and that's going to cost the Indians a big return.
Yeah, you saw all the heads of the coaching staff for the Indians snap back. They knew exactly what happened right in front of their bench. That ball's going to come back out towards midfield where the Indians are going to have to start.
If we haven't learned anything in the first 2.5 quarters, it's do not kick it to number 6, because he has burnt them now 3 times. This time we were benefit of a penalty against the Indians, but he's pretty electric with the ball in his hands in open space.
Yeah, absolutely. When he's got some good blockers out in front of him, and like you said, in space, he can definitely fly.
So the penalty brings it back to the 37-yard line. The Indians are on plus side of the field here. A little option play, and Harold did a good job of making the quarterback cut inside, and it was a little mistimed, I think, because the wingback didn't quite get there in time to take the pitch, and it ends up being just a gain of about a yard and a half.
Yeah, really good play there by Harold to maintain his edge, keep his outside shoulder open to make that quarterback cut it back up inside and then make a strong tackle there.
It's going to be second down at about 8.5 or so. We round up here in Osceola, so I got 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard. It's going to be Twins receivers to the near side, and the handoff up the middle to Showers, and Showers picks up a decent little gain there, maybe 3 yards, sets up a 3rd down and manageable here for the Indians.
Yeah, again, you never know when he's going to pop one, but again, 2 or 3 yards, then all of a sudden you pop one, or you set up, again, the eyes of the defensive backs and defensive linebackers, seeing that play over and over and over, then they're able to pop it to the outside.
Yeah, and you've got just watching Clarke play. Shenandoah, we've said it all year long, we have athletes, right? We got athletes. Clarke's got some athletes, too. I mean, Showers is a quick kid, and they've got some height. As Cooley goes back to pass, and he's got a guy a one-on-one out there, and that might have been some offensive pass interference, but maybe the feet got tangled. Either way, it was Jesus Vega getting his second touchdown of the evening, of this third quarter, and Clarke's starting to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, again, one-on-one matchup there on the outside, just a little further down the field than our defensive back. Had a really good catch as he was being pulled down to the ground in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't really think it was bad coverage. And again, that's the second time that Shaw kind of got picked on. And both times, I don't really think it was terrible coverage. It was a really good ball and a really good catch. A little fire play again here for the Indians, and the pass back to the tallest man in the area code. Buddingham gets the two-point conversion. Budenhagen, excuse me. So the 2-point conversion is good. That makes the lead a 27-point lead for the Indians, 34-7 with 4:22 to go in this third quarter. Clarke's starting to open it up a little bit. We're going to step away as we check in with our local sponsors. We'll be back here after this commercial break.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Osceola, and Castro is ready to kick again for the Indians from his 40-yard line, and Cotton's back at about the 5-yard line this time for the Mustangs. Castro gets a high boot, shorter kick to about the 9-yard line. Cotton's trying to find a hole and weave through, and he gets to about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line, and not terrible field position to start the drive, but you got 4 minutes and 8 seconds as the clock is still running there, and you're trying to just, again, methodical drives, lower the amount of possessions in this game.
Yeah, again, we've had some positive plays on first down here in the second half. Now we just need to find the positive yardage on second and third down as well.
Yeah, putting a drive together. We had one there at the end of the first half, made it a ball game there at halftime, and Clarke has had some trouble running the ball in this second half, but they've thrown the ball for a very high efficiency here in this third quarter. And Dukes passes it high, and that was near disaster. As Blevins nearly had the interception there on those screens. You can't be high. You can't miss high on those.
Right. Play that was successful in the first half, just giving it to Harold right at the line of scrimmage, cutting across and seeing if he can weave his way through traffic. Just a little overthrown, but luckily the ball ended up on the turf. Live for a second down.
Yes, lucky for the Mustangs there. That would have been a backbreaker there. I mean, it's a lot to ask to get back into a game down by 27, but that would have pretty much shut the door. And Dukes rolls to his right this time, and a great catch by Harold. We've become accustomed to that with him. His one-handed catch last week might have been, or 2 weeks ago, might have been the best catch I've seen all year.
Yes, I mean, obviously, you know, we're going to use our height and athleticism, and Blake Harold out there on the edge, you know, 6'3", 235 out on the edge, one-handed catch, super athletic kid making a super athletic play.
And you know, Dukes he's thrown the last couple high, but he does seem more comfortable. Mount seems more comfortable going to the left or right. Duke seems way more comfortable right now going to his right, being a right-handed thrower. That makes sense. As I hand it up the middle to Harold, and Harold bowls his way forward for about 2.5, 3 yards. And that, again, that first down is the toughest of the drive. Now you got one, you got the momentum. Let's just keep the ball moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Harold's able to fall forward, really drive underneath that pile to get the first down. Again, three positive plays. Keep moving the ball forward, and keep this drive going. Keep the clock going, and again, build some positive momentum.
And it's not easy to run the ball against this Indians defensive line. They're big and they're physical in there, and we've got a patchwork offensive line. They're doing a pretty good job of just fighting here in the second half.
Yeah, and the Indians are able to sub some guys in as well. We're playing shorthanded with the same guys playing both ways. They're able to sub some guys in and wear our offensive front out too.
So 1st and 10, I formation, a little play action pass, and he's got guys, but he's got no time. He got out of the pocket. He threw it past the line of scrimmage, but I don't know if there was anybody out there. We'll see what they do.
Cole White back there. Bringing him down.
I don't see a flag out there, so it looks like we're good to go.
Yeah, again, he got out of the pocket. Maybe he had a guy open early, pump faked, didn't feel comfortable throwing it, and so pulled it down and then had to just throw it away over there on the edge.
There was a slew of Mustangs running wild out there in the secondary, but you don't have time to throw it.
Well, that's the thing. So the Indians clearly know that we have to run the ball, and so on first down, they're bringing 9 guys up inside the box and saying, try to beat us.
Dukes back to pass again. Gets a good ball away just over the head of Ben Labrum. Good ball, tight spiral down the sideline. Gave his guy a chance or nobody. I mean, missed him long, didn't miss him short.
Yep. Gave him good ball there. Labrum's just not able to catch up to it. But again, now we're third and long. So now, what kind of routes can we run that Dukes feels comfortable throwing against pressure probably coming up front? Maybe the Indians will send at least one blitzer thinking that, hey, if we get some pressure in this guy's face, he's going to throw a ball into our secondary that we might be able to pick off.
It's be 3rd down and 10. Again, you got that trips formation down to the left side of the quarterback in the pistol set. Dukes rolls to the right. Pump fakes, throws it deep to Harold. Harold coming back to the ball, and a face guarding is not a thing in Iowa. There's a flag on the play, and that's going to be a pass interference call, and that's a free first down. Throw it up deep and let your guy make a play or let the official make the call. And this time the official made the call.
Yep, the Indians did bring pressure from both sides of the defense. Their 2 linebackers came, threw it deep to Harold. Harold's trying to fight back to the ball. The defender never turns his head. It's a pretty easy pass interference call.
Yeah, we'll definitely take it. We're not gonna tell them we'll decline the penalty. So we'll take that. It'll be 1st and 10. Kind of got a gift there. We'll take it. So we're on plus side of the field now at the 46-yard line of the Clarke Indians. Be 1st and 10, 2:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Shenandoah, it may not be pretty offensively sometimes, but we're hanging in there. We're moving the ball down the field, and maybe with a little bit of help sometimes. And nice little pitch up to Cullen, who gets around the outside. Good block by Labrum, if only for but a moment there. Allowed Cullen to get a couple extra yards. Picks up about 6 yards for a 2nd down and 4 situation.
Yeah, Cullen runs hard there on that little pitch forward play. Goes down as a pass. Pads Hunter Duke's stats and passing game a little bit. But he fought hard. He gets out there, tries to stop and push a guy past him. Good hard run there. Again, like we said, keep the ball moving, set up 2nd and 4.
As looks like Tyson Shaw is coming in relaying the play into the quarterback, Hunter Dukes. It's going to be second down and probably a long 4, but we'll call it 4. That's the homer call. It's going to be 5 wide formation. Dukes just getting rid of it. Dangerous situation, but when you're got a 6'6", 250-pounder coming at you with all arms and legs and teeth, probably a wise decision just to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, early in the game we went 5 wide, and Dukes tried to run it. That time, obviously, Clarke sees an empty backfield. They're going to bring pressure as hard as they can from the edge, knowing that if he's going to run it, he's going to run it outside. That time, the Mustangs tried to pass the ball, and Dukes just had to get rid of it.
So it's going to be third down and a long 4, I formation. This might be a Harold a couple of times thing, but they'll hand it off to Cotton, who follows the block of Harold and barrels ahead for 6 yards, and that's a first down and a third first down on this drive. Just matriculating the ball down the field. Old Hank Strahm smiling in his grave right now as the Mustangs keep marching.
Yeah, that's a really good block by Harold, leading the way through the hole again, and Cotton just using his ability as our top running back to use his vision, bounce it out one more hole, and get the first down.
Again, I formation, 1st and 10. That ball is at the 34-yard line of the Indians. And a little play action, and Hunter Dukes does a magician's job of getting away from number 67, and that was Sean McAfee, the first guy, but then he couldn't get around Bullis, and Bullis tackles him for a loss of about 3 yards there.
Yeah, I think that's just one of those, 17 bootleg. He's just going to run it to the edge, and just got caught in the backfield before he was able to get to the edge, and then obviously that secondary speed of Clarke is able to come up and finish off that play.
That was really good play all the way around. If McAfee doesn't get a hand on him, maybe he gets some yardage there, but probably not a lot of yards on that play, no matter what had happened there. It's going to set up a second down and about 13. 4 wide receivers. Look like the Indians are going to bring pressure. They do off the left side. They'll roll to the right. A good ball. Didn't give him a chance to run after the catch, but it was a safe throw, low, where only his receiver could catch it. Sets up now that 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, good catch by Cullen there, just sitting down in that hole. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. 34-7 Clarke as we go to the fourth quarter, but the Mustangs driving in Clarke territory.
So we will be back as they take the end of quarter break. We'll be back here after a word again from our local sponsors.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
I only have
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
On Tuesday, JV2, JV1, varsity volleyball.
Welcome back into Osceola as we're just about ready to start the fourth quarter. It's 3rd down and 8 from the 32-yard line, and it's 34-7 is the score. And Hunter Dukes has got his Mustangs out in a 3-by-1 set. He takes a shotgun snap, rolls to his left, he's got nowhere to go, throws it back to his right, and looks like Labrum almost made a shoestring catch there, but wouldn't have been enough for the first down. But good job there from Dukes just to kind of scramble away from crazy immediate pressure right there.
Yeah, again, you see the Indians bringing pressure from their linebacker spots, knowing that if they get a hand in their face of Dukes, he hasn't been put under pressure before, not playing quarterback before, so how does he handle that? What does he do? The scramble play is not going to get him very far, and so, a shorter, quicker route, maybe a 2-3 step drop, get the ball out, might give the Mustangs a little bit better chance. But again, Dukes is able to scramble out of pressure and throw it away and live for another down.
It seemed like that play looked like it was designed to go to the left. He just couldn't get there. Had to come back to his right. And now it's a 4th down and 7. There's a flag on the play, and it might have been a delay of game there. That's going to be the call, so it's going to set them back. 4th and 12, 4th and 13 here. You were already behind the sticks a little bit there at a 4th and 8. Now you really are at a 4th and 13. Need a big play from some offensive playmakers here.
4th and long, 4th and double sticks for the Mustangs.
So twins to each side as Cullen goes in motion to the left. And Dukes takes a snap, rolls to his left, and he's got pressure immediately, gets the pass away, and it is incomplete. It looked like he caught it, but they're saying he bobbled it. It doesn't really matter at the moment, though. It's a turnover, and probably dropping it. Ended up gaining him about 7 yards there, and it's turnover on downs.
Yeah, Oscar Castro over there on the good defensive play, knocking that ball out of bounds and turning the ball over. Indians take it over at their own 37.
So the Mustangs been fighting, just again a little undermanned and a little out of position as far as who's playing where, but they're sticking right in there. They're giving it everything they've got, and I've said it probably about every game they played. You can't ever fault Coach Ratliff's teams. They always play hard. It's never an effort thing. As the options to the near side here, and a great play in there by the big number 72, Holben. That's a play that down by 27 in the 4th quarter, you might not think about that very much, but that's a senior in the interior of that defensive line, making a play on the sideline against a quick kid down by 27. That's a statement play right there by Holben.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be something that the Shenandoah coaching staff sees on film over the weekend here, and sees a guy giving full effort all the time, and that's just part of the Mustang mentality.
Oh, there's a ball on the ground, and it looks like it was Owen Laughlin who picked it up. Just kind of fortunate bounce there. The handoff didn't look great. Looked like it was at the mesh point was a little bobble there, and Owen Laughlin, right place, right time. The sophomore comes up with another turnover. That is the 4th turnover for the Indians tonight. The Mustangs have only turned it over one time, I believe.
I think so, and that's again changed to a 5-man front. Brought pressure, was able to dive inside, disrupt that early handoff. The ball gets on the turf. Owen Laughlin comes up with the big defensive play.
Yeah, like we said 2 plays ago, they're still fighting. They're still hanging right in there. It's a big, tall task to come back to 27-point deficit here. A little handoff on kind of a funky-looking play in the backfield. Probably was supposed to be a belly, it looked like, but gain of about a yard there, and it's going to set up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we were trying to maybe run a trap play there, get that handoff just a step deeper, but either way, it is positive 1 yard on first down. Again, we've talked about that all second half. Move the ball on first down, keep moving the ball on 2nd and 3rd down, keep gaining positive plays, and run the clock down.
So 2nd down and 9. There's just 11 minutes left to go in the ball game. Handoffs to Cotton on the left side. He's got 2 pullers. He goes inside the pullers. Had he gone outside those pullers, he might have had about 20 yards there. There was nobody out there. Nevertheless, 4-yard gains to set you up at 3rd and 5. 2-down territory. You got plenty of space and time to get this first down.
Right, he saw the first hole and took it. Like you said, if he would have bounced it out a little bit further, might have went for a bigger gain, but that's all right. Again, 2nd down, move the ball, 3rd down, and 4 here now gives the Mustang offense a chance.
I think they readjusted the spot on me there. It looked like a 3rd and 5, and now it's 3rd and 4. So Dukes takes the snap. He'll hand it off, and this time the reverse works. No, and a face mask is going to be called, so he's going to get the first down on his run, but he's also going to get tacked on, whether it's 5 or 15. Did spin him around. You're probably talking personal foul on this one.
Yeah, finally got that counter play to work and got into the hole. And then face mask grab there by the Indians is going to tack on some more yardage onto the end of that first down run.
He probably couldn't have picked a better spot to get the 15-yard penalty, because if it was inside the 30, it's half the distance. But he was on the 32, So he gets the full 15.
It's the full 15.
It's the full 15 on that one. So it's going to set up first down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Second time tonight that this offense has been inside the red zone. And
hey, by the way, who came up with that rule that if the defense gets penalty, it's only half the distance, but if the offense gets a penalty inside the 20, they still have to take it back the whole way?
Oh, Cotton got tripped up there by Mason Fry, and there is a flag on the play, usually in the area of a holding, so maybe we get the 15, we give it 10 right back. So here's your 10 you were just talking about.
Right, so it should be half for us too, right?
I don't think that's how that works. But then again, for the offense, if you're backed up deep in your own territory, if you get a false start from the 1, you only go back to the half-yard line. So I think it's when you're inside the 20 or the 30 or whatever. It either way.
I just feel like I'm getting cheated.
Yeah, maybe. Does it happen to Iowa a lot? I don't think it does. You guys don't do that. The Hawkeyes don't do that.
Don't get called for penalties.
No, they don't ever. Especially in Kinnick, which is where you'll be tomorrow.
That's where we'll be tomorrow. It's going to be a great day.
So it's first down and 20. Empty backfield, little bubble screen, and that's a nice catch by Cotton, but a good play by Bullis. Bullis doesn't make that play. He had blockers engaged out there, but Bullis slips through kind of nice between those two blockers and makes a nice play for no gain.
Yeah, good play call and design there for the Mustangs. Yeah. Cotton made a good catch, just had to set his feet a little bit to get some momentum. He might have been able to, juke that one guy out. That's the design of the play, right, is to get one-on-one, and he was leaning forward on the catch, and so he didn't get a chance to set his feet and make a move. But, again, not a negative play there on first down. Obviously, we're behind the sticks, but need to move the ball, but the right idea.
Sprint out to the right. Dukes throws into the flat, kind of a two-hopper, one-hopper, and looked like that was Cullen on the play, who was a little bit slow to get up, hobbling back to the huddle, but not really a chance for him to make a play on that one. It skipped into him.
Yeah, Dukes probably threw that one away. He could see that all three of his guys were covered over here on this sideline. Threw it away. Again, not a bad play, right? Nobody's open. Don't just throw it away and move on to the next down.
Yeah, I think that's something that any quarterback at whatever level or however much experience you've had, there is something to living to fight another play. If they come back and score on this drive, you might look back on that play and think how important that was. Dukes is in a world of trouble, but he got out of it, and he's going to pick up 10 yards, but there's going to be a blindside block over there, looked like by Cotton. If he just stands there, that's a 10 to 15-yard gain, but it's going to send him back. It looked like a blindside block to me. I mean, you could kind of see it coming.
Yeah, definitely wasn't able to see the block coming at him.
Back, is that what they call that in high school?
Yeah.
In college, I know they call it the blindside block, but I think it's still a crack back here. But it should be a personal foul. I believe that's what they'll call that. That's going to make it third down in Omaha for the Mustangs. And there is an Indian down on the field here, so we'll take a short break with them. Back in about 30 seconds from Osceola.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Osceola. It was a personal foul, crackback block, so it's going to be third down and 35 for the Mustangs. That set them back 15 yards. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for third and 35, and Dukes just tried to get rid of the ball, and it was knocked away by Mason Fry. KJ, I don't know if it's a brother or a cousin, but he was the one injured on the previous play, and Mason comes in and bats the ball down, sets up a fourth and Omaha here for Shenandoah.
Yeah, long ways to go for the Mustangs. Again, had some really positive plays, got inside the Indian 20, and then we've just went backwards. here on this drive. But again, some positive things.
Sure, absolutely.
Again, things that we can look at on video and say, hey, we did some good things. We just killed ourselves on a couple plays, but it is what it is.
Just throw it up and try to make a play, and it is caught, but jarred loose. He had it initially, did Ben Labrum, but good play by the defensive backs there, and that looked like Vega in there along with Cooley to break it up. It wouldn't have been the first down, but, it would have been a 12, 13-yard gain. But turnover on down, which kind of seemed pretty inevitable, with a 4th and 35. It was a pretty good drive. They knocked 3-4 minutes off the clock, got 3 first downs, were driving, and ended up just kind of having some penalties, just shorten up that drive. Again,
it makes it really easy for Clarke to just pin their ears back and come hard on every play, knowing that we're going to try to pass it. But again, some positive things happening for the Mustangs.
And new quarterback in, it's Dial. Dial takes the snap and hands it off to, still looks like Showers in there. I don't see what they're the tackle by look like it was Laughlin on the tackle, and it was Showers. So it's going to set up a 2nd down and about 4.
Yeah, the Mustangs trying to change their front. That time they actually had 6 guys down trying to stuff that inside run. Again, just got to wrap up on that tackle play. And again, like you said earlier, it's hard to practice tackling when you don't have a lot of guys that you want to get tackled in practice.
Yeah, if you got a lot of guys banged up, it makes it tough. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 as Bullis goes in motion to the slot on the far side. And Garrett Dial now back in at quarterback. He throws a good ball, but just overshot Bullis. It just overshot him. That's a pretty ball, just overshot. Maybe a little more air, and that's a big play, but it's 3rd down and 4 for the Indians.
Yeah, Dial's thrown 11 passes coming into tonight. He's 7 of 11 for 98 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So definitely a guy that's legitimate, that can throw the ball around.
So 3rd down and 4.
He's got a couple lower-level championships. I think he did an 8-9 championship game.
Dial takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. The ball's on the ground again, and another turnover. And Shenandoah just not making it easy. And maybe it's the Indians not making it easy on themselves here, because I don't know if anybody got a hand on the ball or if it was just a miss, kind of that missed handoff at the mesh point, and another turnover, and a good job by the Mustangs to cover it up, and then we're going the other way.
Yeah, again, just that quick dive up the middle, just not a clean handoff, rolls into the backfield, and Tyson Shaw comes up with a big fumble recovery for the Mustangs.
And it's not new faces, new places there. Shaw's been starting on defense for the last probably 3-4 weeks. But, again, a kid that got beat a couple of times earlier in this game, gets him feel good, makes a play, and now we got the ball back. And a little rocket screen, but just out of the hands of Harold. And we'll give him a pass on that one. He's made a couple of really nice plays tonight for the Mustangs, but it's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the way he had to adjust, I'm not sure if that ball was maybe tipped right after it was thrown there. He kind of had to adjust and move forward on that ball, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was tipped.
As Owen Laughlin comes in from the sideline with the play call. They're still in the huddle, are the Mustangs. There's about 12 on the play clock as they break the huddle. It's going to be twin receivers to each side, and Dukes will be in the shotgun with Cotton to his left. Play clock's down to 1. They do get the snap off, and Cullen gets it on a forward pitch, and Bullis just too much speed out there. Now, if you're going to attack that kid, we talked about it on the way over here, just right at him type of deal. If it's the sideline-to-sideline thing, Bullis has got too much speed for that.
Yeah, it definitely closed really well. It looked like the Mustangs were going to be able to turn the corner there, but Bullis comes from his safety position, makes a big play coming forward, coming from really, really deep to make that play in the backfield.
You probably got him 10 yards deep or so, and I mean, they just don't want to give anything up over the top. So that's a long way for him to go to make that play. So we have 3rd down and 12. There's 6:45 to go in the ball game. Trips receivers to the right side, 2 on the play clock. They get the play off. Cotton makes a man miss in the backfield, and he picks up about a yard. It's going to set up a 4th down and 11. You know, you're in that situation when it kind of comes down to style points. You know, it's 4th and 11. You know, if you punt, they got to go a long ways to score. If you turn it over, they have a short field. Maybe they tack on touchdown. It looks like they are going to bring out the freshman Ethan to punt it away and hope that defense can come up with another play.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, like we talked about, them being able to pin their ears back and go hard. Also, when we're trying to run it around the edge, and defensive ends just get to stay home.
Low punt was blocked in there, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. It was Austin Blevins. Blevins got in there, and I mean, I don't even think there was a block on. It was such a low kick at a weird angle that he just stuck his hand up and it got it.
Yeah. Just an unfortunate situation here for the Mustangs, kicking it right into a defender's hands and sets up a short field for the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Blevins. He was in the right place at the right time, but you know, you got to imagine with up 27 with 6 minutes to go, you're not trying to block the punt. So kid just stuck his hand up, and look what I found type of deal. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 in plus territory as Dial's back in for his second possession as a quarterback. And what a stick in the backfield. That was a shot Showers took by Holben. Holy cow. He's playing hard.
He's playing really hard. I'm not sure that he was even blocked through that A-hole and just went right through and he almost had the handoff himself. He just laid the Clarke running back down on the turf.
If you want to roll back the film on Huddle, Coach, if you watch our broadcast, if you roll back the film on Huddle, the last 2 possessions for Mr. Holben, you show all those kids this is how a Mustang plays, because he's playing hard with 5 minutes to go in the game, down by 27. That motor's still going. Option pitch from Dial, and it looks like Phillips has a lane, and Cotton hustling over and tackling him at the 40-yard line. Gain of about 4, but a 3rd and long, and Mustangs just keep fighting.
Yeah, good job of stringing that play out. Cotton able to chase the ball carrier down there and set up 3rd and 7 for the Indians.
I've been very, very impressed, not just with Holben, but the whole slew of guys that are out there playing short-handed, out of position, young guys, not a lot of varsity experience. They knew they had an uphill battle tonight. They're playing hard till the final whistle. We got about 4.5 minutes to go, and Dial and the Indians trying to keep the possession. And the pass is just behind Vega. The coverage was there by Dukes, but just behind him. It's going to set up a 4th down and 8 and maybe a mini decision here for the Indians. Go for it, punt it type of deal. Probably go for it, I imagine.
Yeah, you're in plus territory. Up 34-7, it's homecoming. Go ahead and throw it around one more time and see if you can't pick up the 1st down and obviously run down the clock.
Sure. We were pretty fortunate there on that particular play through the slant route or the post route, and there was a wide open tallest man in the area code in the flat there, but he didn't see him, he didn't throw it to him, and it's 4th and 8. Dial sets up a screen, and Labrum gets his hands on it, gets some big mitts on it, and that's a turnover on downs. The Mustang defense saved for a few big plays here in the second half. 2 big long pass plays. The last 7-8 possessions, they've played really well, save for those 2 big plays.
Right. Obviously, the Mustangs playing with some pride, right? Traveled 2 hours over here. You might as well play till the final buzzer, and that's what the Mustang defense has given us.
Yeah, been very impressed with the effort tonight. From, again, all the whole slew of guys, defensively especially. They've scored on 4 possessions offensively, and 2 of those were huge plays. They only drove it on them twice. So you got to feel pretty good about that. And Cotton gets the handoff, just a straight give, and it was Buddinghagen takes him down, maybe a loss of a yard. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11. I feel like I said his name wrong. There was a Budenhagen. Spruceton Budenhagen.
It's quite the name.
Alphabet soup. But he's a good player. He's a very good player.
Very good player. Good size.
Yeah, absolutely. Second down and 11. They faked the little end around there, the little reverse, and Cotton picks up about 4 yards. I really like Cotton going downhill, not so much the pulls, but just kind of power run or kind of zone runs is what we look like we're getting here. When he gets a little pitter-patter sometimes, it just takes too long for our linemen, I think, to hold their blocks. This is a lot better getting him going downhill.
Right, absolutely. Just get in there behind Harold's block there and go as hard as you can and fall forward for 3, 4, 5 yards.
I'd say wherever 10 is and 72, because those two guys just play so hard. Dukes gets the ball and just fakes the handoff, and he's got nowhere to go. It was a try tackle in there. There was a meeting in the backfield, and the Clarke Indians tackled Dukes for a loss of about 3 yards. Going to set up a 4th and long with about 2:40 to go here until the ball game's over.
Yeah, Dukes looked like he might have went the wrong way. It looked like the guys that were pulling were going left. He started right and then realized that he should have been going left and ended up getting tackled in the backfield.
Yeah. The tackle is an understatement there. That was a sandwich. And Athan gets it away again. Another line drive, and Bullis has got it. He's a dangerous guy, and he might take it. Oh, shoestring tackle. If that was Holman that made the stop, I think it was.
28 yards on the return.
That kid, yeah, it was. Clay Holman. It's just everywhere.
And he's exhausted.
Yep. And
but give the kid credit.
Yeah, he's earned the next 2 minutes off if he wants it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll want it.
No, give that kid a lot of credit for how hard he's played, especially here in the fourth quarter. Score obviously out of reach, but again, playing hard, given all he has here in Osceola tonight. Another thing I'd like to say, notice throughout this game, sportsmanship on both sides of the ball has been really good tonight. Guys helping each other out, helping each other up all night long. I like to see that.
Absolutely. Phillips makes a catch out and in the flat there, made a man miss in the flat and was tackled in there by, it looked like Ben Labrum. Good hustle by Labrum. He's another guy that's got a motor that hasn't quit yet either. He's still fighting hard, and that flat pass hurt him a little bit early in the game. We haven't seen it a lot since. They come back to it here, and they get a good chunk.
Well, he's been doing that the whole game. Let's go. Let's get this game going.
Dial is directing the offense. 1st and 10 inside the Mustang 30-yard line. And he'll take the snap and hand it back to, looks like KJ Fry. Picked up a yard or two. It's going to set up a second down at about 8 as the clock continues to run. We're under a minute and a half to go in the ball game here in Osceola.
Yeah, good tackle there by Tyler Carnes and Logan Dickerson there on the left side of the defensive front for the Mustangs.
And, if I'm not mistaken, Logan was sick for a large part of the week too, right? So it's another guy, maybe not at full strength, just coming in and gutting it out.
Yep, absolutely.
Dial drops back to pass, throws it over the top. That's the backup tight end, or the number 2 tight end, Cole White. And that's another 6'6", 225-pounder. They got 2 of them. And that's maybe you don't throw it up 27 with a minute to go, but we got to stop it, and we didn't there. That was a good play and a 1st and goal.
Yeah, I think he's the guy that they run behind a lot. He hadn't had a reception that I know of coming into tonight. So get that kid his first catch of the season.
1 minute remaining in the game.
So 59 seconds to go, and clock will start on the snap, and Dial fakes the handoff, and he's got a guy wide open in the flat, but just missed him, and that was Budenhagen out in the flat. Maybe a little, do you need to throw a pass with 50 seconds to go up by 27, but
right.
Sportsmanship's been good by the players all night.
Yeah, and again, it's their homecoming, so maybe give them a chance there to throw it into the end zone on first down. I'm not sure why their coach is pointing at our sideline. Not sure what we've done wrong tonight, but.
And there's the handoff up the middle, and pushing hard was number 30 there, KJ Fry. And he's down to about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2-yard line, so a gain of about 6. And that sets up a 3rd down and goal. And it looks like they will have to snap one more here. The play clock's down to about 23 seconds, and the game clock was 2 seconds behind here. So they will get one more snap off, and they'll run a toss, and stopped in there. Nice play by Cotton and company, keeping them out of the end zone there, fighting until the final play. I don't think they're going to snap another one, but I could be wrong. Looks like they're going to let the play clock and game clock expire, and that will take us to the end of the ball game here at Osceola. The Clarke Indians move to 4-1 on the season as they take down your Shenandoah Mustangs 34-7. We're going to step away for a couple of minutes here. We'll come right back for a game recap, and we'll be back here after a word from our local sponsor.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Clarke travels to Des Moines. Christian.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
And welcome back into Osceola. The Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard lets you know that the final score of the ball game tonight in Osceola is 34 for Clarke and 7 for Shenandoah. And Aaron, maybe it was the outcome we were expecting, or maybe it wasn't, or things kind of happened the way we anticipated maybe they would. Patchwork offensive line, new guys at new positions. What are your thoughts as far as the game went, the flow of it, the end result, and how the kids played?
Yeah, obviously, there's some definite positives, right? Second quarter, we don't let them score. Fourth quarter, we don't let them score. Guys played hard to the final buzzer. It's hard to operate on offense when you haven't had a lot of practice, right? And so if guys are playing out of position or having to do stuff different than what they've been used to, and like we said, JV game on Monday, you only have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to prep for a 2-hour bus ride to a team that's 3-1. Things might not go your way, and that's okay because there were some positive things that did happen, right? The defense did make some plays. We did move the ball on offense at times, didn't turn the ball over, forced some turnovers. So some things that you can go into next week in the Page County Super Bowl with some positives.
Yeah, as we turn the page now, this game's over. We got to live and move on. Page County Super Bowl, big game next week. You've got in Shenandoah a matchup of two teams that maybe at the beginning of the year, and as the season's gone on, you wouldn't have expected their records to be what they are, but identical records overall. Clarinda having a 1-game advantage in district play, but you're getting a little bit more full strength if you're Shenandoah next week. What are the thoughts kind of preliminary going into that Page County Super Bowl?
Right, obviously you need to get some of these guys healthy, and having Mount back at quarterback should help the offense. The defense is going to have to be stout next week. Clarinda has some big guys up front too, and they're going to want to run it right at us. And so again, the pride of each school is going to come out. Both teams, they know each other, they play each other in every sport, and so it really comes down to who's going to outmuscle the other guy up front. Because you can guess that the Mustangs are going to put the ball in the air. Clarinda's going to want to run it. They've got a ton of speed guys. If you've seen their track program the last couple years, they got some speed guys, but they got some heavy guys up front, and so it's going to be a battle of two different styles, I think, next Friday, and we're going to see what happens there at Mustang Field.
And just kind of a recap, too, on some scores on the ticker. We were talking about the Page County Super Bowl. Clarinda did fall tonight in Greene County, I believe their game was. Maybe it was at home. I don't.
It was at home. It was their homecoming.
Okay. It was 41 to nothing. So Greene County moves to 2-0 in the district play, and they've maybe set themselves ahead of everybody else as the team to beat here in district play. You also had Red Oak coming off of a pretty emotional win in Shenandoah last week for our homecoming. They are having a tough time with a very much improved Des Moines Christian team. They're down, at least the last check, 40-7 in the fourth quarter. So it looks like both of the local teams in the district struggling tonight, along with the Shenandoah Mustangs. So that's going to wrap things up here from Osceola. For my broadcast partner, Aaron Burdorf, I'm TJ Young. Thank you so much for dealing with the technical issues in the first half and sticking with us. I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you for any home volleyball games we'll be doing, or I'll be doing, and then we'll also see you here on Friday night at Mustang Field for the Page County Super Bowl. So tune in, whether it's live or after the fact. We are happy to have you listen to us, and we appreciate all of your support. So thank you, and go Mustangs. We'll see you guys next week.